how we record, edit, and publish videos for TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. That's what I'm gonna run you through step by step in today's video. I know I recently created tutorial videos walking you through how to create videos for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts from within each of the individual apps, but that's not how we create content. There are a few disadvantages to creating content that way. So I'm gonna talk about why we do things the way that we do. So the first of which, if you do it within the app and then you download the published video, you're going to end up with a watermark. So for example, if you create it in TikTok, download the video and have that watermark and publish it elsewhere, YouTube and Instagram don't like it as much because you're essentially advertising for TikTok. There are apps that will remove that, but we would rather just create something outside of it and then publish on each of the 3 platforms. Another reason we don't record or edit the videos within the individual apps is we want more control. So if I use my camera or my phone, I have a lot more control of what I'm recording as well as editing. So we end up editing on a computer with DaVinci Resolve or sometimes Filmora. If you want to record with your phone, we recommend using VN, CapCut. There's a few other options, but all better than editing within the individual apps. But in general, you have a lot more control recording this way. Another reason we do it outside of the apps is because we want to batch our content. So for example, if I'm recording videos, I just want to focus on recording. I don't want to find the best clip for each part of the video. I want to just hit record and talk for 5 or 10 minutes for one short video. I may repeat myself a bunch of times for just the hook of the video or a specific part. How we record videos for TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels. And then later on in the editing phase, choose the specific part. If I'm within the app and I can only record for 30, 60, or however many seconds, I need to actually be reviewing each time that I record a clip, record again if I don't like it, delete it, record again. It's wasting a bunch of time versus recording for 5 minutes, making mistakes, and then reviewing things later on. Now that we got through that, let's run through the step-by-step process. To manage the entire process, to know in what phase anything is at any given time, we use a software called Notion. And so the very first step of the process is coming up with ideas. To come up with ideas, one of the easiest ways to do that is to spend time on the platforms and within the platform, save the content that you like. Thing is here, you're gonna have content kind of all over the place. What we recommend doing is reviewing that content and saving the links and kind of writing up the idea that you have within Notion. Another way to come up with ideas is figure out what people are searching for. There are a ton of tools here. So you have Uber Suggest, Ahrefs, Ask the Public. There are a bunch of options here, both free and paid, that'll give you a long list of things that people are searching for in your niche. Another way to come up with ideas is through your own audience. So check out the comments that you get on YouTube videos, Instagram posts, TikTok, anywhere on the internet where you're creating content. What are the questions people are asking you? What are the comments they leave? Those are great ideas for content for these platforms. After you've selected the next batch of videos you want to record, the next step in the process is writing an outline or script for each one of the videos. So the most important part of the video is the hook. So the first couple of seconds that catches someone's attention so that they stop scrolling and pay attention to your content. But the rest of the video is also really important. So what we like to do is at least write out bullet points of all the points you want to make. It doesn't have to be word for word, but having that ahead of time for here's what I want to say about X, Y, or Z topic makes the recording process go much more smoothly. And you have those notes in front of you while you're recording, which is the next step in the process. Now that you have outlines or scripts for your videos, it's time to record. So in general, we're going to try to batch content. So record a handful of videos or more in one sitting. I wouldn't recommend recording 20 videos with the same outfit. So you may want to record a couple videos and then change your outfit, record the next couple of videos, and then you can kind of mix those up so you're not wearing the same black shirt in 10 videos in a row. So as far as what you use to record, I would use the best camera you have, but don't go out and buy something new. So we recorded the very first videos on YouTube and on social media with my iPhone 6S. So I imagine the phone that you have records better video than that. Although right now we do have nicer cameras that we generally use for our vertical videos, for our YouTube videos, but you don't need that to get started. You can totally get by with whatever cell phone you happen to have in your pocket. If you are recording with your phone, I wouldn't use any of the social media apps to record the video. I would use the camera app on your phone or something like Filmic Pro or ProTake. I have tutorials for both of those on this channel. If you're going to be speaking in your videos, it's important to have good audio. So your phone has decent audio. The thing is, you don't want it to be too far away from you. So if your phone is going to be further than arm's length away, the sound isn't going to be great. So you may want to invest in a $20 lab mic you can clip on right here. Your phone can be further away and you'll have great audio. So it's the microphone you use and how close it is to you. So you can see right now I'm recording with this microphone and my mouth is just a couple inches away. If I switch to the microphone that's on top of the camera, you can hear that there's a lot of echo where I'm recording right now. Then when it comes time to record, what I end up doing is just hitting the record button, deliver one point, look at my notes that are over here to be like, okay, I think I said this a couple times, deliver it again. The thing with each of these points, I'm gonna mess up a bunch of times. So what you just saw is what happens in all these videos. Actually, for this video right now, I have been recording for 28 minutes and 19 seconds. I can guarantee wherever the timestamp is for this video right now, it's much, much shorter because of all the mistakes that I've made. So I end up recording like this, hitting recording, hit record. See, again, I'm making mistakes. So hit record once, just talk to the camera, look at your notes, say, okay, point one, deliver that. Okay, I think one of those will work. Point two, study it for a second, speak to the camera. It's okay to have these pauses where you're looking over here. You're going to cut that all out while editing. So the next step in the process for us after batch recording a bunch of videos is to take those video files and get them onto a computer. If you record it on your phone and you're going to edit on your phone, you can totally do that. But again, our recommendation is to edit videos regardless of where you recorded them on a computer. Are you just getting started on TikTok? Do you want help coming up with video ideas, learning how to record, edit, and publish videos to get views on TikTok and also on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts? Well, we're launching a vertical video course that'll walk you through step-by-step how to do just that. If you're interested in learning more, check out the link in the description below. After the video files are on the computer, then we're going to open up a new project, and the very first step of the project per video is to watch the video from start to finish and start to cut out each of the different takes of a particular clip. So you may have 5 takes of the hook. So if you cut that for each one of them, and what you could even do as kind of a bonus tip is to color code each piece of the video. So for the hook, say as yellow, the next piece for tip 1 could be green, the next could be orange. And what you need to do is only have one of each color that we'll talk about in a second. But if you went through and cut up the 5 takes for the hook, the 5 takes for the next step, the 3 takes of the next one, you at least know, hey, more or less what it is that you said in the video. So now that you have everything cut up and maybe even color coded, what you can do now is go through the video and choose the best clip from each of the sections. So instead of deleting each of the things that you're not quite sure of or you don't like as much, you can drag them all the way to the end of the timeline. And so along the left-hand side, all you're gonna have left is one take of each of the different parts of the video, and everything else kind of moved to the end. If it's color coded, it makes it even easier. So you have one of each of the colors here, and then the groupings of each of the colors afterwards. So you have that all broken out that way. You have basically one entire video along the side here. And what I want you to do is to listen to that or watch that and make sure it makes sense. Because what can happen, I know for us, if I'm recording point 1, I may mention something in point 2 kind of in a convoluted way. And the thing is, that point all of a sudden doesn't match with what I'm gonna say next, or it's repetitive. And so I'm like, okay, point 1, maybe this take doesn't work. Let's find another one where I didn't insert something that doesn't belong there. And then again, watch through the whole thing again. And once I'm to the point where I like the content that's there, we have essentially what's going to be in that final video. The next step is to go through and cut out as many frames as possible. So the thing is, with all these platforms, the important thing is retention. So if there are a couple seconds or even a couple of frames that don't need to be there, cut them out. So if you can make the video run that much more quickly, there's a better chance that people will watch more of it. So go through the whole thing and cut out any ums, ahs, any pauses, anything that doesn't need to be there. So after you have the video shortened down as much as possible, the next thing I would do is think about the zoom of the video. So one thing to kind of change up the points is to zoom in, to emphasize something, to zoom back out once the emphasis is done. The other thing is maybe you record a little bit too far away. And so all of it, you want to zoom in a little bit. So to think through kind of what is the framing of anything, are there any points that I want to emphasize by zooming in and zooming out, going through the whole video, adding that in. So after you adjusted the framing, added zoom in, zoom out, things like that, the next thing I would do is add any text, emojis, captions, B-roll, images you want to add on top. All of that I would go through and add at this point. So what can you do to make it more dynamic? Are there certain things that you're saying in the video that there should be text for? Should the text kind of have something that's highlighted, that's moving as you talk through the content? There's a ton of stuff you can do here to make the video more dynamic than just having you speaking to the camera. Now that all the visual stuff is done, it's time to think about the audio. So there are any sound effects you want to add to it. So typing on a keyboard, click on a mouse, the sound of a camera taking a photo, the sound of an explosion, something falling over, whatever it happens to be that would make the video more dynamic and kind of draw attention to certain parts of it through sound. So the last step in the process for us would be to add music. So we generally add music from Epidemic Sound, a sound library we have access to that we can use anywhere on the internet. So for ads, for YouTube videos, for any vertical video, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, etc., versus trying to get the top sounds from TikTok or Instagram or elsewhere. Because, for example, with YouTube Shorts, you can only use 15 seconds. Some sounds, music, things like that are only going to be available on one platform and not another. And we want to be able to use stuff across platforms. So us having access to the music and using it how we like is important. The video is almost done. I would go through it one more time and make sure everything is good before you export. One quick note here, depending on if you're publishing on all three platforms or not, there's going to be a few differences. And so in the recording phase and the editing phase, you want to think about this. So what I end up doing is if I have a personal account for TikTok and I don't yet have the link in bio, I'm not going to say for the call to action, check out the link in my bio. Also for YouTube, I'm not going to say followers when you talk about subscribers. So I'm going to record a different ending for the different platforms. And so here, after everything is in place, I'm going to make sure that I have the right ending for the right platform. There may be 3 different videos because each one is slightly different for TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. The next step is to export the video or videos for each one of the platforms. From there, we'll either publish or schedule the videos from within the different apps or from a scheduling software. If you want to know more about coming up with great video ideas, check out the video up above. And if you want to know how to create videos using trending sounds, check out the video below. Hope to see you in those and future videos. Bye-bye.